Hello and welcome back to another video. Continuing on our reading of the Destiny Grimoire Anthology. Once again, we're listening to some deconstruction music from the Destiny 1 tower here. Just a peaceful way to begin the video, as usual. Been a couple days since I did the last video. Ended up taking the weekend away. Don't get to visit family and friends too much this, with COVID and stuff going on. But I was able to visit my mom for the first time in a bit, and that was nice. So I took some time away, come back refreshed, and get back to reading. So we left off, I believe, here in the part 3 evolution. We finished the Fallen No More. This is a little thing from Skolas here. And so now we'll just continue. We'll just jump right on back into it here. Part 3 evolution. And we're on to the Silent Fang. A little picture here. My cat looks like she wants to try to get in my lap. But it's not going to happen. Commanded by the fearsome Drevis, Wolf Baroness, the Silent Fang are a unit of elite stealth warriors and assassins. Instrumental in Skolas' rise to kellship among the wolves, the Silent Fang also menaced the Queen during the Reef War. It was Drevis and the Silent Fang who raised Amethyst, and then tricked the Queen's armada at the Battle of Iris. Though the Silent Fang suffered a serious blow when Drevis was finally thrown in the Prison of Elders after the siege of Pallas, they continued to threaten the Queen's forces until the war's end. The hunt for Skolas. Varix, my queen, my Kel, it is Skolas, they say. Petra, that's impossible. My lady, you assured us all that Skolas would never be seen again. Queen, has it been confirmed? Varix, what does it matter? They always fear him, dead or alive. If not this Skolas, then another Kel. It is why the Queen Breakers rise and the prison breached. No one will call you Kel when a true heir makes a claim. Queen. Petra, report to my brother for any intel from the crows. Varix, see to your channels. Find the one who calls himself Skolas. Varix, yes, of course, my queen, my Kel. Petra, your grace, I will not relent until it is done. Queen, I know. That's why I've called you back. Mission, a Kel rising. Queen, so it is no lie, it is Skolas. Petra, yes, my lady. The Guardian got eyes on him in the Ishtar sink. I used ghost telemetry to confirm. Same pelt, same awful voice. We drove him from Winter's lair. How did he... Queen, and you would have me consider this a success? What of Winter itself? Your report is unclear. Petra, you are correct, my lady. I would not call our mission a success. Skolas managed to win over, a substantial number of Winter soldiers have taken up the wolf banner. He calls himself Kel of Kells now. Silence. Petra, we found him once. We can do it again. I have a plan in place. As soon as the Guardian returns, Queen, then go. Continue the hunt. Petra, you must not fail. Petra, I will not, my lady. Mission, gone to ground. Petra paces back and forth before the console. At the controls, Varix efficiently moves through a decryption sequence. Forearms interweave as his claws dance across the interface. She shakes her head. His cybernetic arms whine almost imperceptibly. Tiny, high-pitched noises at the servos manipulate the limbs. Petra, Varix, no sign of Skolas, but the Silent Fang. He has unleashed the Fang. They hunt the devils on Earth. The Fang on Earth... Petra. The Fang on Earth, devils, and kings? Nice work, Varix. Varix, pleasure is all mine. Mission, the Silent Fang. Queen. Ha! I had not thought it would be so easy, my brother. The Silent Fang brought low. Aldrin. I do not see why this is funny. This guardian may have dealt with them on Earth, but my crows say we still have much to fear. More of the fangs survive. Nearly every one of them made it out alive. Queen. I find no humor in any of this, brother. The queen rises and descends to the bottom of the stair, turning in place to take in the chamber. Queen. So empty now. No wolves to sit at my feet. My guards. Silence. Queen. Talk to Petra. Set more bounties. Hunt down any of the fang your crows can track. They may have escaped the prison of elders, but they will not escape my wrath. Mission. The ruling house. Varric stares up through the shielding surrounding the Vestian outpost. The thin filament of energy almost imperceptible. Keeping in the heat and atmosphere within the confines of the hollowed-out catch hull. His mandibles idly opened and closed as he contemplated the view. Varric to himself. Goes after winter. Devils, kings, seeks power. Kings deny him. Kell of kings hides well. Perhaps he will take the great machine. Perhaps I chose the wrong side. It is not too late. Petra, overcome. Varric, crows are reporting Skolas is back in the Ishtar sink. They're all over the Vex networks. Varric, yes, right away. Mission, Wolves Gambit. Aldrin, nearly the whole fleet, your grace, back in the Ishtar sink. Queen, he fails at his little prophecy, so he'll look to rule from Simixfell, now that Draxus is gone. Aldrin, I thought the same thing, but my crows say he's not there. We found more of his guard leading parties into the Vault of Glass. Queen, interesting. Silence. Queen, tell Petra I have changed my mind. Skolas is to be brought in alive. Mission, the Kell of Kells. Petra, so, any other fallen houses hiding he'll try to convert? Varric, he may seek to gather the exiles, but they will not follow. They follow none, no Kell, no Archon. What about his House of Rain, the prophecy you keep quoting? Varric, House Rain lost in whirlwind. No survivors, but I keep their prophecies. You think many claim to be Kell of Kells, but none have. House Judgment closest thing to peace the fallen ever knew. Petra, maybe you are the Kell of Kells. Varric, distracted by screen, looks like Skolas returns to Venus. Petra, I'll find the Guardian. Queen's Ransom. A bellow erupts from the barred grate at her feet. Bony fingers claw at the bars, their sharp points just inches from her toes. Prince Aldrin chuckles. At the edge of the room, the Techians circle, their implants glowing faintly blue in the shadows. He's been amusing since Petra bring him, Varric injects, practically purring with glee. He say Kell of Kells over and over, and other such nonsense. Skolas bellows again. Varric strikes Skolas's grasping fingers with his staff. The queen's expression remains mild. She looks down her nose at the glowing eyes burning in the shadows beneath the grate. Skolas falls abruptly silent. Then a low, soft growl, almost like a whine, echoes from the cell below. Varric's mechanical hands click as he snaps them together in surprise. What's he? Begins Aldrin. Varric interrupts with a burst of guttural clicks directed at the grate. The queen does not react. What did he say? He says, Varric hissed under his breath. He makes no sense, my queen. He speaks of light snuffer, dark binder. The queen aims her eyes at Skolas, her expression unchanged. I see. He will not say more. He does not need to. She turns toward the door. My queen, what of this one? Says Aldrin. He awaits your sentence. You would not sentence a rabid dog or a hive thrall or a bomb. The queen's justice is wasted on one such as it. She paused. Varric. Yes, your grace. Skolas is yours. Let the children of light have their play with him. Ah, you are might and justice, my queen, my Kel. The Techians gather at the door as the queen approaches it. Prince Aldrin holds it open with a small bow, and the queen touches his shoulder as she passes. Send a crow to Mercury, and another to our new friend in the tower. And here's a picture, I think, of Skolas, basically, in the prison of elders here. It looks like 3 guardians coming through the door. Actually, it's not a picture of this scene where Aldrin and such are talking to him, or Varix are talking to him. Skolas defeated. Skolas is dead. Varix sits carving at his piece of amethyst. His undocked arms are weaker, less precise, but it is a comfort to feel the crystal press hard into his palm. The knife slips. He cuts himself. Aye, he says. And of course, right then the door opens. Varix has no privacy. Varix wants no privacy. Varix lives to serve the queen. It's Petra Venge. She's masked against the ether air. The prince wants to speak, she says, and then, seeing him unmasked and bleeding, she chuckles. Petra depends on Varix for intelligence, and Varix, frustrated with her insane risk-taking and bravado, sometimes gives her trips meant to get her killed. Petra has figured this out. Petra and Varix know each other's agendas and each other's strengths, and to Varix that's as close as any 2 people can get. Petra is smart. She sends guardians now, people who can die as much as they like. You slipped, she says. Varix holds up the amethyst in his bleeding hand. It's a reef gem. I wound myself, he says, to make this more beautiful. She stares into the gem with a distant, awoken eye. What does she see? Varix knows she has visions, and he knows those visions haunt her, drive her. The awoken are twin to powers that terrify Varix. He'd dock himself again before he'd let the queen's witches near him, the witches who raised Petra. The unfairness of it makes him want to roar. Why does everyone else have this patronage? Why do the Hive have gods, and the Vex have sprawling, time-bent minds, and the Cabal have reinforcements? Why do the Awoken whisper to the stars and listen for the whisper back, the voices from the Jovians, the song in the dark? Why do the Guardians get the great machine's blessing? Was it like that before the whirlwind? Were there fallen heroes crowned in ghosts who strode the battlefield fearless and full of light? Why do they tell stories about reclaiming the lost glory of humanity, and no stories about the lost glory of Varix's people, the House of Judgment, that once kept codes of dignity and law? Why can't the fallen have that strength? But no, that strength is not for them, not for Varix. Just this bleeding, sad pragmatism, just Dreg's strength, hanging on. The alternative is Skolas' strength, fighting together, raging against extinction. Look what that's gotten the species. The House of Devil's prime is dead. The House of Winter's leadership devastated. The poor exiles trying to claw out some security against the Hive. In the last few years, the Fallen have lost so much, and everything is escalating around them. There are gods and powers converging on this system. Old machines waking up. Old bones whispering flatteries. They need a new way. Put your mask on, Petra says. The prince gets sullen if he's kept waiting. Not like us, Varix says, oh so mild. The wound on his hand will heal. His work in the prison of elders, setting up trial by combat, building an audience and relationship with the reef's scavengers and armories, will bring him a little closer towards rebuilding the House of Judgment. Skolas' fury has guttered out. The fallen may yet accept peaceful, lawful rule. They may yet survive. They'll hang on. We're very patient, yes. Petra looks down on him with pity and contempt, and a strange fondness. He puts on his mask. And with that, we finish chapter 6. The next chapter is chapter 7. Looks up to be some more about getting into Siva and getting into some other fallen houses. This has been a continuation of the Destiny Grimoire Anthology Volume 2 reading. Really enjoying this book so far. I'm glad I've been taking the time to read it aloud here. I know the setup here with the camera is still a little bit odd, but I'm just kind of messing around with it. The important thing is that the audio is at least loud enough for or clear enough to hear. It's a little bit out of practice. Been a couple days without reading, so there's a few slip-ups there, and particularly that one word, impeccable or something like that. I had to use imperceptibly. So that one doesn't come up too often in my regular speech. Had to struggle through that one a couple times there, but now we know it, and now we can read it. Thanks so much for watching. If you have, please feel free to leave any feedback down below. And as always, stay safe.